Welcome everyone to Secrets Revealed. It's a game show where I'm joined right now by Phreak and Azael from The Dive, the second best podcast in League of Legends esports. And the game that we're going to be playing right now, each of us have two envelopes in front of us, envelope 1 and envelope 2. One of them has a lie, one of them has a truth. And we're going to each open one. We get 60 seconds to determine and interrogate to find out if the person is lying or telling the truth. So without further ado, Phreak can go first. Azael, why don't you pick which envelope?
2.
No, you read it. Yes.
Oh,
Someone has clearly not done his
you
research.
didn't tell me who says what during the thing.
I sent a clip that explained everything.
Yes, he did. I watched it.
I
This is
don't
why
care
he's,
about
this is why he's only on the dive sometimes.
Read the bit.
I joined the middle school wrestling team and broke my arm on the 3rd day of practice.
This seems incredibly true. I feel like for a Phreak story, this is incredibly likely.
What was the name of your coach?
Probably Coach Buller.
Did you guys have
Probably.
uniforms?
They were like T-shirts with like our middle school emblem on them.
But not like spandex?
No.
How did you break your arm?
I was like doing like a scrimmage against one of the other kids. He had my right arm pinned, and I went to pull my arm back because he was holding me at the wrist or something, and this bone broke.
Okay. Did you ever do wrestling again?
No.
Okay.
Had you ever wrestled before that?
I was like the 3rd day of practice. So
Okay, but you had never gone out for the wrestling
No.
team in previous
No.
years?
7th grade.
7th grade.
Yep.
What type of cast did you get?
It was black.
Okay.
They like wrapped stuff around it, and
Did
then,
people sign your cast?
Of course, people signed my cast.
Alright.
Like even if it was a lie.
How did
or
they
true,
sign it
that
if
would
it
be
was
true,
black?
like-
Huh? If
Yeah.
it was black, how
What
did
kind
they
of
sign
marker
it?
did they use, Phreak?
Yeah.
A white one. What, you've never seen a white Sharpie or
No.
a gray Sharpie?
No.
Okay. I was on board with it being likely until the cast situation, because I'm imagining signing a black cast. That seems incredibly
This is
weird.
preposterous.
Yeah.
I was on board with it until he described how he broke his arm, because I don't understand how pulling your arm
Okay.
back like this breaks this bone.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say lie.
I'm saying lie.
Actually happened.
Oh.
In a cast for 6 weeks.
Okay.
This bone.
So I feel like now you just described it poorly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's not our fault.
Stumped
okay.
him.
Yeah.
Phreak, 1 or 2.
Genius. I'll pick 1.
Okay.
Good choice.
Take this back. This is mine forever now. You'll never know what I lied to you about.
The day after Yahoo
You never
Esports,
told me, so it wasn't a lie.
the day after Yahoo Esports died, a multi-millionaire invited me to his office and offered to hire the entire team.
Who was the multimillionaire?
He was the chairman of the LA Times. This guy out of Chicago.
What was the offer?
I mean, it wasn't like he gave me like a stack of cash. It was like, I will hire the entire team.
Why didn't you do it?
For a lot of reasons I wouldn't get into, but like let's just put it this way, LA Times is now like under new ownership and it's completely different than it was back then.
How long ago did he know like the Yahoo Esports staff got laid off? Like did
He found out, I guess the day we announced it. So he found out and
And
immediately
within
said-
24 hours, he's like, Travis
Yeah.
Gafford, get over here.
Yes.
Who contacted you? Him or like his secretary?
No,
or-
it was another guy that worked for him at the company.
Did you tell the rest of the Yahoo staff that you had the offer?
I told some of them.
Why didn't you tell the rest?
Because they were gone. I wasn't hanging out with all of them.
Were they pissed that you didn't accept it?
No. Okay.
I believe it. It sounds reasonably believable, I think. I mean, the multi-millionaire thing just makes it sound like crazy,
Well,
but
of course, if you run the LA
Exactly.
Times, of course you are.
Yeah.
So it's more just like, did the Yahoo Esports staff, upon getting let go, get an offer to join the LA Times?
because it literally could have been like Reggie or something. He's a multi-millionaire. It could have been like any content, like any
Yeah,
team
yeah.
would be a multi-millionaire if they're leading. I believe it.
Yeah,
I'd say-
multi-millionaire is not impressive to you, I guess.
well, it is.
Just
You're
like,
like, they're all over the
anyone,
place.
anyone who does that would already
it is,
be
but
one.
anyone who's going to hire an entire staff
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I just think you're lying because I never trust you.
Okay. It's true. That did happen, actually.
Knew it.
Yes,
I
but
knew
it
it
did.
too.
As we kept talking, we realized it wasn't going to work out. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
all right. So your turn, and I will pick. It's my turn to pick. So I will pick number 1.
Number
Good
one.
choice.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know which one this is, so let's
Yeah.
find out. Okay, I applied for it and was accepted to be on Survivor, but I had to actually turn it down because it conflicted with BlizzCon dates.
What year was
Wow.
this?
This was 2011.
Okay. Did you apply with anybody else?
No, just
Okay.
myself.
What was the application process like?
You had to send in a video thing, and you had to actually give like all this information on why they should select you. One of the main reasons I actually got selected was I used all my pro gamer background because I had won a number of tournaments. The year before, I had won the world championship, so I was like a pretty unique person in the process.
Where was the location going to be? Like, where were you going to be surviving?
It was Tahiti.
Okay.
If I knew all the seasons, I could like check that immediately and know.
So they were shooting at what time of the year?
It was November.
Okay.
Because that's when BlizzCon is.
Yes. And why did you apply?
I applied because I've just been a big fan, and so my brother and I had been talking about applying to that, or the world's greatest race. I can't remember what that one was called. Amazing Race. And so I was really keen on seeing, and then my brother just was like, you could actually probably get on because you have like a pretty unique set of circumstances.
Dang, I was gonna grill this guy about like the seasons of Survivor that I've seen. If you were a big fan of the show, and like ask you to like give information.
I feel like he doesn't come up with that lie unless he's actually seen a lot of Survivor. I don't know. I can't see Azael trying to do Survivor. I feel like that's.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna go for. I feel like I've heard a lot of Azael stories, and I've never heard this story. So I think he's lying.
Okay. I'm also gonna go with it's a lie.
It's a lie.
Okay.
But
yes.
Yeah.
Like this is a story I feel like I would have heard. Just like I'm kind of metagaming it, but
it's a lie. But I used to actually go camping a lot and stuff. And,
Okay.
was
I feel like camping is way different than being on Survivor.
Of course.
Yeah.
Would you ever do that?
Yeah, I could see. I actually think that would be fun. Like, so it's partial truth. I always thought it would be really interesting to do. And my brother had kind of like encouraged me to apply because he thought I could get on. But I never actually did apply.
Okay.
Because it was too big of a time window.
Well, either way, that's the show. Thank you so much to Phreak and Azael for
welcome.
coming on. You can catch them on the second best podcast, The Dive, every Wednesday.
Yeah, what's the best one?
Hotline.
The Phreak Show.
The Phreak Show's a podcast.
I'm also only on every other week on
okay.
the dive, so
Yes,
know,
I
get your
understand.
facts straight.
Great.
Yeah, that was a lie.
Whatever. I was. That's a plan. I was going to promote
Hotline League being the best podcast. Also
That's a lie.
it. You can check out
You've been voted off the island.
other stuff on this.
Don't bother checking out the other stuff.